Hi, and welcome to Night Owl Collage. I'm Amber. Today I've got a design team project for the new kit from rachandbellacrafts. It is the Shabby Blue Valentine kit, and it's like a little folio, like it can be a standalone Valentine gift, or it can be a small journal topper. So let me show you. I've got this little closure here. I can't decide if I want to keep this type of closure or not, but I kind of am liking it right now. So these two flaps open up here. This is like a belly band right here with a little ticket in here. And then you open up this. This opens up here. It's also a little pocket right there. And there's a pocket here for some small tickets. Then this flap, there's a pocket here, which we have a little booklet in here. This opens up, and this fully opens up here. Then there's another pocket here with some small pieces here, and a flip down pocket here that you could put a little note or Valentine right there, but this is also a pocket for a nice larger journal card. So we are going to make that today. There is a nice image on the back, but if you're going to use that as a journal topper, you don't have to do that part. So what you're going to need, and I think this all comes from the Ephemera kit. Beautiful Ephemera kit. I just love this. I think all of the pieces came from the Ephemera kit this time, I believe. So the pages you're going to need are this page with the 3 tickets, the little booklet, the triangle pockets. You're going to need this page with the layered pockets here, and you're going to need this page with the 3 connected tickets and the 3 connected triangles. So that's for the basic construction. For the other pieces that you need, this page, I think we're going to use this card here. If you're not going to put it as a journal topper, then you'll need this card. Otherwise, you'll just need that one off this page. And for this one, we'll need this one and this one. So these 2 pieces here. So I'm gonna add a few things to it that I think is gonna make everything pop a little bit more. So what I'm doing is I'm doing some slow stitching on top of these pieces. So which I'm gonna do more of a slow stitching project here coming up. By the way, this will be my only video this week because I am going to visit my daughter in Idaho this week, so I didn't have time to do another video. But I will be back, and we'll be starting a slow stitching project that'll be a lot of fun at a request from one of my subscribers. Hi Elizabeth, thank you for suggesting that. So if you notice, and I'll do one of these with you, but if you notice that on these pieces, there are these little X cross stitches, okay? So I use that as kind of a template for my stitching. So what I did, you can see here that there was a line here that I stitched. Okay, these were the basic stitches. But I backed each of these with one of like the collage papers. I think these are from the background kit. So I backed them, and so I also used those stitches so that we get this kind of stitch on the front. So I wanted some different, like the sizes are different, so I didn't want it to be all the same. But I'll show you how I did this. I saved this one. And the reason I didn't, you should probably cut them out before you stitch, but I wanted to keep them all on one page so you knew which pages I was using for the project. But I will show you on this one how we're going to do the stitching. So I'm just going to use this piece of foam and my awl. You don't need an awl, you can just use your needle or whatever pokey tool you have. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and poke the holes before we stitch, so it's just easier, so you're not having to do it as you go along. So we're going to poke the holes in between each of these X's, okay? Right here. We're not doing each one, we're going in between each X, okay? And we're doing the same on the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going, let me zoom out a little bit more. So I'm just going to start poking these holes in between the X's. So these will be our sewing holes, and they don't have to be perfect. We're not going for perfection because this is a Shabby blue Valentine kit. And then I'm not going over the edge here. Okay, I'm keeping, because I don't want my thread to get cut or anything like that. So then I'm going to come back down and I'm going to do the bottom part here. Okay, that's all there is to the holes. So I'm going to do the same thing with this line down here, and I'm going to see if there's any stitching on the back that I want to do. So there's this line, I'm not sure. That might be too close to the edge. Yeah, I think that's too close to the edge, so I'm going to not do this one. So yeah, I'm just going to do these two lines here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I've got a length of thread here on my sewing needle. I've got a small sewing needle, and I've doubled the thread. So the loop is here at the end, and the two ends are through the eye of the needle. Okay, so I'm going to do the bottom row here. So we're going to start at, if you've ever done cross stitching, you already know how to do this, but for those of you who haven't, I'm coming up in this bottom hole right here. I'm going to leave a bit of a tail, okay, and then I'm going to come up diagonally, okay, this diagonal line into that next hole, and I'm going to put my needle through that loop to catch in the end of the thread, okay? Now I'm going to come back up to the next hole, okay, next hole on the bottom. I'll pull that through, and we're going to go diagonally again to the next hole. We're going to do all these diagonal lines all the way across. We're not crossing the X's yet, okay? So we're just making the diagonal from bottom left. Oh, I pulled my thread out. From the bottom right up to the top left. Rethread my needle here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that all the way across. Okay, I've gone all the way across. Gone all the way across with the diagonals here. Now we're going to come back and do the crossing the X's, okay? So we're going to come, okay, down here, and we're going to go bottom left to top right, okay? And I'm going to just go all the way across again. All right, I'm just going to come back here and I'm going to tie 3 knots just so it doesn't come back through that hole. I just want my knot big enough that it won't pop through that hole easily. I'll cut that pretty close there. So I'm going to go ahead and do this line of stitching, and then I'll cut all of these pieces out, and then I'm going to ink them as well. I'm going to use the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide in Tumbled Glass. So I'll get all that, finish the stitching, cut all of it out, ink it all, and we'll be back to put it all together. Okay, just a note that we're also going to need this journal card as well. Okay, so we're going to begin here. I've laid out my pockets in size order here, these layered pockets, so I can find them easily. And make sure that you keep these 3 tags together and these 3 rectangles together because they're going to be in their accordion style. Also, for this little booklet here, I decided to make an insert, a little signature for it. So I just took tea-dyed paper and I cut it 2 1/4 by 3 inches, and I have 3 of those. Folded it in half and used my corner rounder, the 4mm side, to round all 4 corners of that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to staple it or sew it in yet, but we'll see. Okay, let's get started. All right, we're going to start from the back and work our way to the front. So we're going to start with this piece. This is the largest of the layered pockets. Okay, this is the base piece, which we're going to connect everything to. We do not need these side tabs, so we're going to cut those off. So now we have this without the tabs. So we're going to start on this side with this piece here. So what we need is so here's the largest pocket. We're going to need the second to the smallest, okay? So we're going to use that, and we are going to cut off the top, both the side tabs. We're going to keep this bottom tab here because we're going to add it to this. So I'm going to cut off this tab and this tab. So I'm going to ink those edges that I just cut. And we're going to score along that line of the tab, okay? So that's where we're going to attach. And we're going to attach it to the side of this other pocket. So I'm going to line this up, score along that printed line, that light blue, dusty blue, shabby blue printed line, and I'm going to fold it back, okay? And I am going to ink that as well. Okay. Now, before I attach this, I do want to add some lace to this because we've got this lacy floral piece right here, and I want to add some lace to that. It's maybe like a belly band. So I have this that I think I might add here, or this is more of a peach. I kind of like this because you can still see a lot of this here. Let me see. Kind of like this because it still gives that floral effect. So I'm going to add Fabri-Tac. Because I still want to see all this here. So I'm going to start it at my stitching line here. So it becomes like a little bit of a belly band. I can stick a Valentine or something in there. I don't know about you guys, but I always forget about Valentine's Day until it's like right on me. I guess because we like just had Christmas and New Year's, and then I just had my my wedding anniversary that I don't really start thinking about Valentine's Day until it's almost on top of me. So this is helping me remember Valentine's Day is doing this project and the digital kits, the Valentine's kits that are coming out. So then I always rush to figure out what to do for my family. We usually always have, we cook everyone's favorite dinner, like a small portion of everyone's favorite dinner. And that's usually our Valentine's dinner. Okay, beautiful. Got our lace. Okay, so now we're going to attach this pocket. It's not going to be a pocket, it's going to be a flap. So we're going to attach it. Let me make sure I attach this right. Yes, we're going to attach it right up to the top edge. So we're going to bring it all the way to the top edge, fold this around, and we're going to flip it over, and we're going to add our glue to that tab. Get that pressed in. Open this up and add our glue. I think it's easier to do it this way. Okay, there we go. Okay, so next we're going to make this into, well, I guess it is going to be a pocket flap. So we're going to add a piece back here so that this becomes a side pocket, and we have the tabs that open out, or the tags. So we're going to take our tag, okay, this is going to be the front tag, so fold it accordingly. So fold, this is on the right side, so fold the next one behind it, and then accordion fold it. So to fit this, we are going to cut this top part off. So I'm just going to take my paper cutter and I think it is a little more than just that edge. Let me see. Yeah, so it's about 1/8 of an inch beyond that corner. Let me point it out. So right here would be an easy place to cut, but we're going to go a little bit, about 1/8 of an inch beyond that. Now I did stitch up here, so it cut my string, so I am going to put a little bit of Fabri-Tac there to hold my thread in place and keep it from unraveling. Okay, so the reason why it's important that this one is in the front is that we're going to use this line as our gluing line. Okay, so we're going to align the top edge of this pocket to that line, and that is where we're going to glue it. We're going to take this, we're going to glue from that line down the side, down the bottom, and down the other side. And that is where we are going to place this. So just align that pocket and you're good. All right, so that is, now we have this pocket here, which we are going to put our little notebook in. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and staple this. I'm gonna use my tiny attacher to staple this. There we go. We've got a cute little notebook. I'm gonna stick that right in this pocket. Okay. There we go. Oh, I need to let that dry first. I'm gonna let that dry and then we're gonna stick the notebook in there. Okay. So the next thing I kind of want to do is, do you see how like there is lace here and here and here? So I want to add some lace to this, and I'm going to use, I found this heart lace at the Dollar Tree. I can't find the end of it. Okay, so I think I want to just put that along here. Okay, so we'll use Fabri-Tac again. Now keep in mind that adding a lot of the lace and ribbon and things like that is going to add bulk to this. And this is pretty thick lace here that I'm putting on here with the hearts, but I'm okay with it being a little bulky. It's not gonna bother me. Okay, so now I have this. I want to add, what do I want to add? Okay, we're gonna go down to this pocket here. Okay, we have this pocket here. So we're going to take this piece, no, not this piece, yes, this piece. It has love at the top. That's the one we're going to use. And we're going to use the smallest layered pocket. We're going to, let me see which one I used to, yeah. We're going to score that edge, that bottom edge. And we're going to fold that back. All right, and we're also going to cut off this tab right here. And I'm going to add a little fabric tack to hold my string in place because I had stitched beyond that. The next thing we are going to do is we're going to line these up. So we want to, actually, before we do that, we're going to cut off, okay, so we kept this bottom tab, right? We're going to cut off these side tabs. So now we have the side tabs are gone. We still have the bottom tab. I'm going to add my fabric tack for my thread. See, while I was doing these, I forgot which tabs I had. I just went ahead and stitched, and I failed to look at which tabs I had cut and which ones I kept. So I just stitched them all. So pay attention to that, or just don't stitch over the tabs at all. Just stay within the main piece. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so now we have this, and we have our, where did I put the pocket? We have this pocket. We cut off the bottom tab. Now we're going to align this, and we're going to center that over our pocket. That's about centered there. And then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to cut off those sides to match with the pocket sides. All right, so let me go ahead and ink those edges that are new. Next, we're going to glue this pocket right on top of this one. So we're going to glue the sides and the bottom. And we're going to glue it right above that tab. Okay, I'm going to fold that tab back so I can make sure I'm aligning that where it folds. Press that really good. And then we're going to fold this over. We're going to center it over this base pocket. Okay, that's where I want it. I'm going to flip it over. Make sure it's tucked in really well. Open up the tab, add glue. And then refold the tab back over it. That is just my way of doing it, but I think it's pretty easy. Okay, so now we have a flip down pocket there. The next thing we are going to do is we're going to add, okay, we did this one. We'll come back to these. Do we want to add, what I think I wanted to do is add some gold. Okay, let me see where I have the gold. So you see this gold, gold motif. I'm going to take a metallic gold pen, and I'm going to go over that. So we have a little bit of shine to this. Okay, so now we have this bit of shine to that. Very pretty. I think I will add it here. We have a little bit here, so I'm going to add it there as well, just to be consistent. There we go. All right. So the next piece is the more complicated side. So we are going to start by adding in the last pocket that we have, and let's see where I want it. We're gonna add it at the top. Make sure that's where I put it. So I'm going to, what do we need? If we're looking at it this way, we're gonna cut off this tab, and we're gonna cut off the bottom tab. All right, so we're looking at it head on. We're gonna cut off the right side tab and the bottom tab. Ink those edges, and then we're going to score the other tab and fold it back. And ink that edge as well. Okay, so we are going to add this right at the top. Actually, let me see. We are actually, instead, no, we're gonna center this. We're gonna center this here. Center it over this side. We're gonna, that's how we wanna do it. I'm gonna open up this so it doesn't, it's not in the way. I'm gonna center my pocket on the left side, flip it over, open up my tab, and add glue. You fold that tab over. Okay, so now we have this flap here, and we're going to add this piece. All right, so we want this piece here with the postcard stamp on the front, and we're going to glue it right here, and we're going to glue, if you're looking here, we're going to glue the top, the side, the right side, and the bottom. We're going to leave this side open as a little pocket. So add my glue here, and we're going to place that fairly close to this edge. We're going to open that up so we can get that as straight as possible. And then I'm going to add some more lace here. My heart lace. And while that is drying, I will add this metallic pen here. Okay, I think that is dry enough. We'll close that up. And then we are going to add this pocket to the outside here, but we're going to line up. Actually, we're going to cut off this bottom tab, I think. Yeah. We're going to cut off the bottom tab, and we're going to align this with these edges here with the top of this pocket here. So this will come up a little bit above the pocket. So we're gonna glue it right there. So we're gonna glue, I'm gonna turn this over and glue the bottom first. And since the sides, these sides don't go all the way up, that's why I'm being careful about that. See how they don't go all the way up here? Just gonna lift that up and add glue to the sides to the point where this pocket ends. Same thing on this side. Gonna lift that up and add our glue. Okay, so that's what that front piece looks like now. And now we have a pocket right there. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is we're going to add this journal card to the front, but we are going to cut it down so that it is the same size as this. Okay, so I'm going to cut about, let me see my ruler. I'm going to cut about 1/4 inch from the top and the bottom of this. Okay, so now this should be, yeah, this is the same size now. And we are going to just glue the sides. Just center it over. There's a little bit of overhang there that I'm gonna just cut off. There we go. Okay, back to these 2 pockets. We're gonna take these 3 small tags. I'm gonna make sure I get the size right. Yes, these are 2 inches. So I'm just gonna take them all together here. Line them up. And I'm gonna put the top edge at the 2-inch mark. A little bit more so I don't run into the stitching. Okay? Then we're gonna have these and these. So I'm gonna ink those edges there. And we're gonna stick those. These go in this top pocket here. And then these little guys are gonna go in this pocket. Okay. And we can put our notebook in this pocket. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, I'm gonna go ahead and do, let me see, I think we've got to do this first. We're gonna take these triangles here. This is gonna be a little bit different. Oh wait, before we do that, we're gonna take this one and we're gonna stick it right in here for a little little Valentine there. And then we're gonna work on this front piece, okay? Because we need to add this closure tab, okay? So we're gonna come down. We're gonna cut off this top tab. I'm gonna keep the side tab. Make sure you have the right orientation. We're gonna cut off that top tab and keep the side tab. Okay, so what I did to get this shape, for the right side, I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna make a mark at 1 inch. Okay, here's the top here. I'm gonna make a mark from this corner, 1 inch from that corner. Okay, and on this one, I came down. Okay, I came down 1/2 inch on this one. So from this corner, we're gonna make a dot at 1/2 inch, okay? So right side, we're gonna come down 1 inch from the corner, and the left side, 1/2 inch. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna line up that dot that we made with this edge, okay, where the tab is. So it's going to be cut at an angle, okay, like that. And this one, here's my dot. And there's the corner, the tab. Okay, so now we're going to have the pieces like this, okay? Okay, we're gonna score on those. We're gonna score those tabs. And fold them back. So I just want to make sure this is going to fit the way I want it. So we're going to align this up with the corner of this tab, okay? Right there. We're going to align that, top of that with that. And that's that one. And this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to align it here. I want this to come down a little bit more, so I'm going to do 1/4 inch more. So make that 3/4 of an inch instead of 1/2 inch. So now this should be the way I want it. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. Be careful when you glue this side on because you have to go underneath your little card here. Might as well take that out while you're doing this, and make sure that you don't glue over your piece here, your pocket. I'm not doing it my normal way because that pocket's in the way a little bit. So I'm just gonna make sure that I go underneath the pocket when I glue it on. not over the pocket. And then I can put my card back in here. Okay. And then I'm going to do this side. So I'm going to do my same way here. I'm going to align that. Then I'm going to flip it over, open up my tab, add my glue, and we're good to go. Okay, now I have my pieces the way I want them. And then I'm gonna let that dry for a minute, and I'm gonna come back here and put on my flower piece, my flower card. Now you don't have to use this if you are not, if you're using it as a journal topper, you don't need to put this on because no one's gonna see it. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to I'm going to do 3 sides because it's going to be a pocket. And now if you were gluing this to the top of a journal, the pocket would be formed by gluing it to the journal instead of this card. So just center it. Over here. And I'm going to cut off that excess there. And ink that. Okay, so now we have a pocket on the back. And we are going to put this card, this journal card, in that pocket. Okay, so we've got this one. Actually, I'm gonna do this one, which way do I want to do it? Okay, now the next thing is the closure. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put eyelets in here. I'm gonna mark where I want these eyelets because I don't want them to interfere with each other. So if I want I just don't want them to interfere with each other. So I'm gonna come in right here and right here. Okay. Okay, that's how I think of it. So just kind of eyeball where you want your eyelets, and that should be fine. That's why I wait until they're actually on the project until I do them, so I can see where it's going to lay. I'm going to use these antique colored eyelets for this one. Okay, so now I have these, and I think I'm going to lay them like this. And I'm going to take a length of ribbon. Let me see how many, because I want it longer than this one, because this one's a little too short for me. So this one is 12, 23. So I'm gonna make this one, I'm gonna make it a full 30 inches. Just because I want to see how much, because I kind of want a long bow. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in half. So I'm going to take this through the right flap, I'm going to go from the outside to the inside. I mean, sorry, the inside to the outside. Okay. I'm going to take one end. I'm going to thread it back through the eyelet. Okay. And I'm going to take the other end and thread it through the other eyelet. Okay. Then we're going to wrap this around and wrap the other one around. And then we're going to tie in the middle. And we're going to make sure we have this little crisscross on the back. I think that's really cute. And I'm going to fix this bow. I'm just terrible at tying bows, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I'll tell you once, I'll tell you again. I'll tell you a million times. I'm terrible at tying bows. Oh, let me tie that again. Okay. I can't stand it. I can't do this. Someone help me. All right. Okay. We're gonna leave it like that. Okay. Okay, make sure we have our crisscross on the back. That's super cute. And then we have this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a little more embellishment on the inside, some more of the metallic gold, some more of the lace, and then I'll come back and show you the end result. Okay, everyone, all done. So what I did is, you know, one day I'll learn to tie a perfect bow. I need to take a class or something, but I hope your bows look better than mine. So I love this crisscross on the back. That's so cute. And then this double ribbon line here. So what I did is I added more gold on this motif. And so you just, the ribbon's on this side. I added gold to the frame here, and I used my Prismacolor pencils to deepen the colors of the flowers here. I have my little, I added a real stamp here, and I outlined this in gold here. And I use this as a little love voucher, love coupon. So romantic dinner for two at the location of your choice, whether he wants to go to his favorite restaurant or have a nice dinner at home. So just giving you some ideas of how you can use this as like a little Valentine gift. And in here, I made some tags here. On these tags, so I've got some lace on this one, a sticker, and just took one of those hearts from the lace there. On the back, you can write little I love yous or more little love vouchers or love coupons that you want to offer your loved one. This would be great for kids too, like day off of homework or no chores for the day, favorite meal, things like that. I added a little paper clip there. I also outlined, I think I already showed you this gold here. And you can use this space to write a little love note, things you love about them, things you hope for them, happy Valentine's Day, things like that. Use this for another little coupon. I outlined that in gold, and I made this one good for a movie night with cuddling. And then I have the notebook in here, and you can use this as a little I love you book, the ways I love you. I love you because, and you can fill that up with ways that you love your spouse or your friend or your grandchild or your sister. And then this would be a great spot for a little journaling, a great memory that you have, that you had together, and more little I love yous like hi, I love you, you're special, I think you're sweet, or you can use them again as little coupons. And then I put in this cute journal card in here. I love that. That would be a great place for a Be Mine Valentine type of thing there. And then lastly, I have this one, which I wrote a little poem on it. Roses are red, violets are blue, each and every day I choose you. So hopefully that will give you some ideas of how you can use this little folio as a Valentine gift. Coupons, vouchers, I love yous, memories, all those good things. You can fit it all in. You can do a little bit of all of it. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a spouse. It can be your friend. It can be your sister. You can be your mom. It can be your grandchild, your daughter, your son, whatever, whoever needs a little pick-me-up and a little love this Valentine's Day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this project, and hopefully it wasn't too complicated, and there's lots of options for you to turn this into something really special. Hope you enjoy rachandbellacrafts' new kit, Shabby Blue Valentine. It's really just a beautiful kit, and it's really fun to play around with. And I just really love the Ephemera package this time, the Ephemera kit. And the background kits are fabulous for backing all the ephemera with. So I hope you'll go and take a look at that. The link to that will be down below. So let me know what you think down below, if you like the project and who you would like to make this Valentine project for. Thanks for watching today, friends, and I really hope you have fun making these for your friends and loved ones. And I will see you again soon. There won't be another video this week, but I will be back next week with more tutorials and some more slow stitching, and we'll have fun with that. We do need to slow down a little bit, don't we, from all the craziness of the holidays, so we can sit down with our hot cocoa and our slow stitching and enjoy some crafting together. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.